Hey everyone, so my next video is going to be on the recipe for the bump solution. It's a pretty simple recipe. There's just a few ingredients that you have to buy. The best store to buy them is Tao, but now we also have the luxury of Amazon, and you could literally find everything on Amazon, so you could even buy your items on there. So first off, I'd like to speak about the containers that I use. So this container here is for my bump solution that I use at home. It doesn't have a cap on it. I found this actually at Winners. I think it's a baster, but it does the trick. It has a good knob. It's cute. I use it. And then I have this one again. I've already mentioned it before. I have this one for on the go because it has a lid and it doesn't leak in the diaper bag. And that's my solution in there, my bump solution. And so now I'll go over all the ingredients with you. So the main ingredient is distilled water, specifically distilled water because it doesn't have any of those electrolytes in there. You could literally get this at Walmart for 97 cents, so it's really convenient. Then we have the aloe vera gel. I got this at Tao for $10. It requires a good amount of it, and I thought it was a little pricey. But then I bought the this right here. It's drinkable. I'm not sure exactly what it's used for. But I got it on Amazon for a better price. Can't remember how much now, but I mean, it's still aloe vera gel, so I mean, I'm sure it's gonna do the trick. Then I have castille soap. I made my own, but again, you could find at Bulk Barn, you can find at Tao, and I'm sure you could even buy it on Amazon. Jojoba oil, again, Amazon or Tao. A vegetable glycerine, Walmart. And some almond oil, again, same place, the Now brand. Tao or Amazon. And then some essential oil. I'm gonna be using chamomile because I like the benefits of chamomile. It's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. I'm sure a lot more benefits that it includes, but you could pretty much choose your essential oil that you want to put in. However, please take note that you could only start putting essential oil as of 3 months because they do not recommend essential oil before that. The recipe is quite simple. You literally have to mix everything in a bowl. I like to use my measuring cup because it gives me the ounces that I need for my water. And you just mix all the ingredients together. I'm going to be posting the ingredients on the description. And then this is a tomato jar that I washed very well, and I like to store it in there after it's done. So I'm gonna mix up that solution for you. So I mixed everything together. You could leave it at room temperature for a little bit just so the castille soap breaks apart, or you could just put it in your container and mix it vigorously. And just to go into a little bit of detail, castille soap is just like some soap in a very pure form. It has no scent or anything, and it's a very gentle for babies especially. For the essential oils, you can find them again at Tao. However, I didn't find the chamomile at Tao, so I ended up buying it on Amazon. But if you're interested, I have a good friend that is very informed and is a professional on essential oils. So if you'd like to follow her and get some insight and some advice on the perfect essential oil that you could use for your solutions. So now that I have all my ingredients mixed together, I'm gonna pour it into my jar. Those are the chunks of castille soap. And I'm just gonna put the cap on and mix it vigorously. Here's my solution. I've mixed it. But just take note that once you put it in the fridge, because you want to keep the solution in the fridge, it lasts up to 2 months in the fridge. They say that if it's outside of the fridge, it lasts for about a week. So I wouldn't fill my containers up too much because it doesn't last that long at room temperature. But I mean, I've let it go longer than a week sometimes, and it hasn't ever made a difference. So it's not a big deal if you leave it for longer than a week. But ideally, you want to keep your big jug in the fridge. It's good for up to 2 months, but you'll notice that once you keep it in the fridge that the oils harden and solidify, but that's not a big deal because once you put it at room temperature, I always tend to just mix my bottle up like this, and all the elements do mix up before I pour my solution onto her wipes. So this is about the third time that I make my solution. So that's a pretty big supply. It'll probably last you for a month. So you're not spending too much money on supplies, but either way, the money is well spent because it's all natural and it's great for your baby's skin. You won't regret it. So this was my first recipe video. My next recipe video is going to be on the rash cream, because cloth diapers, you cannot use Zincofax because it tempers with the material, the absorbent material, and the liners won't absorb if there is Zincofax that is applied to your baby's bum. So I decided to make my own baby rash cream. When I did email Little Helpers, they told me that it's not necessary to use a rash cream. I wasn't 100% convinced, so I did want to look for an alternative. But you won't have to deal with major rashes. That's 100% for sure, because the cloth diapers are made with charcoal and bamboo, which are great materials. Charcoal has antibacterial properties, so you won't be dealing with many rashes. Also, you're not putting any chemicals on your baby's skin. I mean, it's charcoal and bamboo, it's all natural, so you won't be dealing with many diaper rashes. But on occasion, it might happen if you eat something strange and you're breastfeeding, you might be developing a rash. So I do have a rash cream in that case, and I will be doing a demonstration video on how to make the rash cream. It's a little bit more complicated, but it's a great recipe, and stay tuned for that. I still have a great supply of it, so I'm not planning on making it anytime soon, but if there are any requests, I could post the recipe or make a video sooner than later. For those who are curious, this is the diaper rash cream that I use. I keep it in a mason jar, glass mason jar, but you could use any other container. If you finish off a cream at home, you could use that container, and it has great properties. The main ingredient is oatmeal, and the properties are just very great for your baby's skin.